If you've ever wondered if you're cleaning your fountain pen correctly, or you're worried you're about to ruin it, this video might be for you. Hey, I'm Brian, and this is Nib Happens. I actually don't know what I'm doing. This will be the first time I've cleaned a fountain pen. Let's see if we can learn together. I've written a lot of points down, things I wanted to go over with you. First off, why should you even clean a fountain pen? Well, it'll help prevent ink drying in the nib, and it'll give you better ink flow. It'll prevent it from getting clogged, and you should clean it completely if you're changing colors. Now, however, some people like to put a new ink in with the end of an old ink to give them a mix and a unique color for a little while. However, not all fountain pens clean the same. So we're going to go over cartridge, converter, piston fill, and vacuum fill, because those are the pens I have. Now, what kind of supplies are you going to need? Plain water, a cloth or paper towels, possibly a bulb syringe or a faucet to flush the pen. Now, plain water is usually enough. However, they do make a pen flush solution if you wanted to use that. And if it is sat for a very long time, you might need to do more, such as if you're doing a full vintage pen restoration, which I've actually thought about doing. If you guys would like to see that, let me know. With that, you need to clean the feed, the nib, tear it apart, replace the bladder if it has one, clean and polish the body and the cap. And in that case, you may need an ultrasonic cleaner. However, be very careful. That can damage some parts of your pen, such as metal platings, some of the plastics and ebonite, glued inlaid pieces, or decorative painted on designs. With all of them, make sure you let the pen completely dry before you put new ink in it. Before we start cleaning the pens, wanted to let you know tomorrow, Saturday at 10:30 a.m., I'll either do a live or release a short video on who the winner is on the free pen giveaway. Depending on when you're watching this, you may still have time to enter. Go to the Father's Day gift video to learn how to do that. Now let's see how to clean these pens. First one we're going to look at is the cartridge. Very easy. Actually, before we do that, if you ever get a hard start or it skips, and that tends to happen sometimes with this broad nib, you can just dip the nib in a little bit of water, get that dried ink out of there, and then it'll start writing better. But for cartridge, real easy. Just take the cartridge out, put the whole nib and feed into some water. Let that soak. After that's soaked for a while, I usually take it over to a sink and run a little bit of water through it gently till the water comes clear. Now, I didn't show it on camera, but I did take this over to the sink and gently ran some water through it. I let it sit in the cup for about 5 minutes, and then I ran it through the water, and there was a little bit of more ink that did come out. Did that until it ran clear. Gently pat it dry, and then set it out and let it air dry until it's completely dry. And then once that happens, you can put your new ink cartridge in and you're ready to go. Now, feel free to let me know in the comments if I'm missing anything or I'm doing anything wrong. Like I said, I am still learning on this. Don't claim to be a pro. The next one is the converter. Now, I think there's a couple different ways you can do this. You could probably do it just like the cartridge, unscrew the converter, put the nib into the water, and then run water through the converter. Or you can just suck some water up into this and keep running that through until it comes clear. I think I'm going to do it both ways. Do this for a little bit to get most of the big amounts of ink out. It's starting to get a little, the color of the water in the cartridge or converter is starting to get a little lighter. So then we can just take this off, put the feed in there, run some water through it, and just keep doing that. Once I think I've got it the majority of the way done, I'm going to run the nib and feed through some water at the sink again, and then I'll get some more fresh water, run this through it again, and then we're going to let it air dry. Okay, I ran this through the water at the sink and some fresh water. Now I'm not sure of the best way to let this air dry. If you should have the converter all the way out. I'm going to keep it like this. And then you just set those out to dry. And remember, for all of these, any of the pens you have, let them air dry completely before you put new ink in. The next one would be the piston filler. Obviously, the first step would be to expel all the ink out of the pen if there's any in there. In my opinion, I don't think you really need to disassemble the whole pen. But if you do, put the wrench in right there, crack it open to clean it out. If you do open it up and disassemble it, make sure you put some silicone grease in there. But with the piston fill, put it in the water. Well, that's satisfying, isn't it? Draw water into the body and expel it. And just like with the converter, just going to do this multiple times. Get the majority of it out. Like I said, maybe this isn't the best way to do it, but I do it this way, and then I'll get some more clean water and do a final rinse through once I get the majority of this out. But just repeat, fill it, and expel. Okay, I gave it a final few more rinse throughs. I usually just let a paper towel soak up some of the excess water. And then once again, set it to air dry. And the last one is the vacuum fill. This one's going to take the most time. Be patient. Once again, expel all of the ink out of it. Unscrew your cap there. Draw up the plunger. Fill up the body with the water. And then expel that all out. And then we just keep doing that, rinse and repeat. And as I said, this one's going to take the longest time. From what I've read, it is recommended to not disassemble the vacuum fills unless you absolutely have to. And as beginners, at least me personally, I don't want to have to disassemble a pen. So I'd rather take my time, try to clean it this way. So we just keep doing that. Once you get the majority of it out, we'll get some more fresh water and finish the flush there. Well, that did not go as planned. I said do not disassemble it unless you absolutely have to. But I don't know if you can see, I broke it. The end of the plunger disassembled from the body of the piston there. So not sure if I should try to tear this apart, reattach it. Gonna have to do a little research. Not sure what to do. But that's the general way you would clean a vacuum fill pen. And as always, once you're done, get the excess water off and let it air dry. but obviously this pen hasn't been cleaned all the way. Also, with the vacuum fill, the piston fill, and if you leave the nib and feed on your converter, might not be a bad idea to just let them soak in some water first to get a lot of that ink out of the nib and feed, and then go through the cycles of flushing it all out. Just my thought, my opinion. I'm sure everyone has a different way of cleaning pens, but this is what I came up with. Let me know in the comments if you think I should do something different or if I'm missing any steps. Some of the most common mistakes people can make when cleaning fountain pens: do not use hot water or household cleaners. You can ruin your pen. Don't force stuck parts. Be patient, be gentle. Don't leave ink in a pen if you're storing it for an extended period of time. If you are going to store a pen, give it a clean. If you're changing ink colors, give it a clean. Some pens dry out quicker than other pens. If you're worried about that, at least give the nib a clean every once in a while. And finally, after using shimmer or permanent inks, clean your pen. Cleaning your fountain pen isn't difficult. It just depends on how you do it by what system you have. A few minutes of maintenance can keep your pen writing great for years. If you've never tried a fountain pen, give it a shot. You may love it. Next time we will talk about fountain pen myths and what might keep a beginner from wanting to try that fountain pen. I'll see you next time.